Marian Espresso Press Design. Welcome. Have a seat and let's get crafty. Thank you for visiting today. I'm glad you're here. Some housekeeping as usual at first, and then this is going to be a fly by the seat of your pants design, because I'll tell you in a moment what happened, but this was on my bucket list, so I thought I would try it. And today we're going to do typographic stripes. But first of all, thank yous and appreciation to Lucretia, Heather, and Marian. Your order just blew me away, and I thank you so much, because I can't even tell you what a lift that gave me after last week's paycheck and what I discovered. And your order really gave me a lift, and thank you Tina, Christine, Carol, and Jean. Thank you for your kind reviews. I appreciate it very much. So today I'm going to do some new product flip here. I probably shouldn't do this, but this will be coming. It's antiquarian, and I have 2 pages done so far. I think I'll probably end up with 10. That will just be journal pages. And new product is medicine labels. We all love labels. So there are, oh boy, I can't remember, I think 5 pages, medicine labels. And I did not do them, I can't remember. Maybe I did do a few, yeah I did. A few pages in red, blue, green, and sepia. But right here I just have the black printed out. So they are, you know, everybody loves labels, so do I. Okay, that's business. Okay, so today we're going to do, oh wait, let me just go over this. I did do some more photograph journal cards with the freebies. So there's the little girl with her little camera, the policeman and the baby, and the little girls at Christmas. And I used my decal scissors to cut that one out. So I did those 3, and those were on photo paper. So nice little way to do a journal card with something out of the ordinary. And I really wanted to keep with that theme. And then I went to Goodwill yesterday. I probably, well, I don't know if I'll get back to it or not, so I might as well tell you. I had been buying old albums. Remember old phonograph albums, music albums? And I was going to cut up the covers. And I have 1 or 2 in my stash, and the last time I went to Goodwill, they had a 2-foot stack of them, and I went yesterday, and they were all gone. So that led to Plan B. So Plan B was typographic stripes, and I'm going to put this in the inspiration. So what you'll be needing is a magazine and some glue and a backing, and I'm just using file folder, and I have one already assembled here. I just have to clean up. I did that for your sake, but I'm just going to go through here and show you what you'll need. And then if we have time, I want to try a different idea and not using type, but just using a picture, cutting it up in stripes, and then rearranging it and see what happens. So you're just going to go through your magazine and you're going to look for type. And then you're going to cut it so it's not entirely readable. See, kind of like this. You want to cut it like in half. So that's what I did. Let me just look for a suitable type here. Probably fashion magazines are going to be better because they always have the pages, the title page, like something like this. And then my table is an absolute mess again. What you want to do is I could take that too. Go through there and chop it off. Into strips. Like so. Although you can still kind of read that a little bit, but that's the main idea, basically. You just want to end up with forms. And then when you layer them, it ends up something like that. Okay, so this was in my stash and in my bucket list. So I did one, I glued one, and I'm just going to trim it off here. And then I want to try, I have another tip here. I want to try one with just a picture and see what happens with that. And then I'll do that one, and then we'll decorate. And that'll be it. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Well, last summer I saw at the art festival, I saw people who made purses and tote bags out of album covers. So there we go. And I thought, oh wow, those are really cool. And I might also put some more, I know I'm digressing. I noted that they had some single letters around, so I might put some more of that on top of there in the blank spaces, just to follow the inspiration a little better. Okay, so what I was thinking as I walked past my packaging that needs processed is that might be something you can use too, because the type is always bigger. It's always different, and the type is always graphical. So like just right there you have 3 different types in one thing. So that might be, and there you have 2 different types. So that might be something you want to consider instead of using a magazine. So let me just get some more, see if I have any single letter forms in here, and then I'm going to look for a picture and try that. I think that needs a little something right there. So let me get that on there. And then I think I'm going to decorate them with some book page tabs. So I have some book page sitting here that needs to be cleared off my desk. And we'll cut this up and see what it looks like. And I think this would be great for tiles too, personally, but I do not need any more tiles, so I'm not going to do that. So I have these book pages here, and I think I'm just going to double them up and make some tabs and whatever other decoration. I have a bubble. Let's see if I can fix that. See whatever other decoration I can put on here. And you don't have to use this with, you could go with some more vintage, but you know, sometimes I like graphical. And I was just thinking it might look cute if you popped your little images on there. That would be quite a unexpected contrast if you pop your little, I think this is from Vintage Journaler's Companion, where I have a bunch of images. Pop an old-fashioned image on there. That would be a nice juxtaposition. So, okay, let me go through here. And I want to try, I thought this had some nice colors, but that type would probably be better kept if I want to do this again. So, just going to look for something. An image with a lot of color. If that didn't have the white, I'd use that, but I don't necessarily know if I want orange. But like something like this. I don't know if you can see her vest, but it has a pattern. I know I want something with pattern. Let's try this. It has a car. I don't think I'm going to want faces, but let's take these two because they're similar colors. And let's just chop these up. I don't think I want text, so I'm going to cut that off. So what I'm really going for is like abstract. Cut that car up. Okay, I don't want heads. So I'm going to cut that off, although I suppose you could have heads. I don't know what's going to happen, so this is going to be quite an experiment. I really want that truck and I really want that skirt. So let's go this way. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So I want to definitely alternate. Go back and forth between pages. Okay, that's different. Let's try that. And I'm not really caring. I should have a page here for glowing, but I'm not going to worry about it. So someone was asking, well, a couple people were confused about my AI rant, and oh, by the way, my kitty is fine. Oh, I can't even tell you, I'm still, when I see his little face, I'm so grateful. And that one's not even cut straight. So I'm going to have to straighten that up as I go. I'm so happy to see his little face every day, and things are getting back to normal. But what I was saying about Etsy woes in AI, I was in the process of making all my kits within Etsy file size limits and just a PDF, because you have to make it as easy as possible for people. And external servers and zip files and all of that is just, I don't know, too much for some people. So it's also a lot of extra work. So Etsy raised their fees, and my point was with AI, some people said they didn't quite understand AI. AI is simply, you write a prompt, you click a button, and 4 images pop up. And if you like what they did, if you like one, you can choose one and then redo the prompt, and it will give you 4 new images. So then all you do is you choose your image, you upscale it, you take it to an editor, you finish the process of making it suitable for print, and then that's it. And the same is true if you're a writer. You put in a prompt, like say you wanted to say, write about apples. You write apples. I don't know. I've never actually done it with a writing AI, but you write apples, I don't know, 4th grade reading level or whatever. And then you, 2 paragraphs, you hit the button and it writes text. So this is what people are calling writing and design now, where basically you're just curating and editing. And that's fine. I've done it, and I'm probably going to have to keep doing it just because Etsy is flooded with AI. And but I disclosed that I used AI, and I think that would go a long way to possibly customers choosing whether they want AI or not. So here's the issue. You know, I said that my neighbor is an illustrator. He's been an illustrator for 30 years. He works for corporate. Maybe he has to do 1 or 2 illustrations per year to survive. But who do you think they're going to choose? Maybe not this year, maybe not next year, but within a couple of years, I'm quite sure, because it's already happening. Photographers have said jobs are gone by 80% in the last 2 years. Now my neighbor has an agent. There goes her job. Would you care about going to school to learn something that you're never going to be able to use? Probably not. So there goes those jobs. And I just see a lot of people being unemployed because I've already seen it for the last 20 years. The majority of my friends work in media or creative fields. And they've just been moving all over the country trying to stay employed. So then I was, well, there's nothing I'm going to do to stop it, so I already know that. So that's what I've been seeing. I've been seeing a lot of people quitting Etsy. And one, it's not just digital, it's physical creators too. One person made jewelry and she's lost $72,000 in the last, well, she quit in the beginning of 2023. And the same thing is happening in physical goods. She can't compete anymore because they copy her designs and then they outsource cheaper materials, you know, like gems and silver, and she can't keep up. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of abstract. So she can't keep up in her income. And it's not, I actually saw how many people they actually let onto the platform in the last couple of years. And it's astronomical. So it's not anything that you're doing or not doing. It's that the views and the visits are way down. So, okay, where are we? 29, okay. I'm going to try not to go over 35. I'm going to choke these down. So it's not just that. Let me see what size this is. It's the views are way down. And I understand that I would expect paid advertising to be first as far as views. But 4.5. Alright, I'm going to cut that at 3. Just use that last one for something else. Okay. So, and then Etsy also raised their fees, which I just realized was recently because they never advertised that. So now instead of short answer is you cannot sell anything for less than $1.20 without taking a loss. So my clearance items were $1 and I had to raise the price of that at least, and I had to raise the price of everything. So on top of already doing that, they practically made it so you cannot give any benefit to your customer because they cut your views in half, and then they raised the rates. They raised the price of being on Etsy. And then I saw, I probably should double that. Yeah. Then I saw, I'm going to go sideways so my text isn't. I'm going to double that and triple it. They put out a beta testing thing where in your photos they put a menu of choices. They take your keywords and put that in a photo, and then when the customer clicks on them, they leave your page. Why would you be paying someone to leave your page? Now I could see if they took your items and did that and said, if you like this, you might also like this, and keep them on your page. But oh no, I wanted to do these corners, keep them on your page. Why would you want to send someone away from your store? So that was the last straw for another one. And everyone just seems to be saying why. Well, it's they keep up with stuff like that. It's going to be the end of Etsy. And to a certain extent, you wonder why. You wonder if they weren't sent in there to destroy the platform. Because calling yourself handmade and then destroying that, and then doing all that to alienate your sellers doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. And then someone said that they notice Etsy is using the word handmade a lot more often, but in reality they're less and less handmade. So that's proving to be not even true. And then I was thinking, well, I use a lot of free stuff, so what's the difference? Well, then I said, well, yes, I use free stuff, but it wasn't free when it began. Whoever did those illustrations got paid, and they probably got pretty well paid, and depending on their skill, and I'm sure, you know, if you were like an engraver or something, you might have got paid more than someone doing a greeting card or something, but depending on your skill, your pay went up, and I'm going to have to crop that a little more. And so they got paid, if they were skilled enough that they developed a style, it became prestigious for the company to leave the credit on the illustration. So they got to build their reputation and then make even more money. And then if they developed a style like, say, like Norman Rockwell, where the style was so unique that the credit wasn't even necessary, everyone knew who it was, that further led to benefit to the creator. And then I couldn't use those images until they were copyright free. So the creator benefited. When it comes to AI, I don't know who created what. I don't even know if the image was created by a person. I don't know if they got paid. Secondly, I just went to 2, but immediately I could tell that where they came from just by the style. So it didn't matter what prompt someone put in. I could tell which AI creator it came from. And I'm sure if I went to 2 or 3 more, even though that one claims to have 180 million images, so what? If the computer programmer it doesn't matter, is what I'm trying to say. Whatever you seemingly picked out at random from your lottery, if it's still the same style, it's not unique. Okay, so I'm just going to pop some little decoration on there. I think I might do that. Might put one of those little ladies on there. So there's a lot of concerning things with AI. But there's nothing I can do about it. I'm 100% sure. And I'm not going to have any choice because time is money, and I already know because I've already been in this business 30 years and I know what they're going to choose. So that was, and my other concern was that I was probably obtuse about. I was never really worried about the hype about AI, about it's going to have a mind of its own and be a monster. But what I did see, I saw a photograph, and that was the first time I couldn't actually tell it was AI. But that man in that photograph did not exist. So imagine the implications of that. And then when I told my husband that, he said that some news organization was already getting sued for using AI photo on a news story. I'm not sure what the story was about, but And then you can choose, like, the authors are getting upset because you can, like, if you're doing a writing AI, you can say write in the style of Steinbeck or something. And they're claiming their copyright is being infringed because of that. And they might be right. So I'm sure the courts will be getting involved at some point. So who knows where it's going to go? I sure don't. But that's AI. Totally replaces creativity and even skill, for that matter. And they all end up looking like whatever company whatever the style of the AI platform is. I pretty much guarantee Kindle is somewhat AI. I can guarantee I can tell something that was made on Kindle. Okay, so I will cut these up later. Those are kind of graphic. And in the right journal, this would be kind of cool. And there is my just abstract picture one. I'm going to cut that up. So, okay, that kind of goes with last week. Not what I wanted, but those would kind of go together because they're, you know, black and white and graphic. Not the album cover that I wanted, but possibly packaging would be a good alternative to album cover. So there you go, unusual things to make journal cards, and this week is Typographic Stripes. So thanks for your time, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye.